Um, the next topic I want to get into, and the idea of it was just it just was like eye-opening. It's called a medical family tree. So I think we all know what a family tree is. And
Mhm.
I think for most of us, our medical history with our family is an oral tradition. You know, it's like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
remember something with my mom and her ovarian. I think it was ovarian cancer back when she was, when I was little. I know that my grandfather died of lung cancer or esophageal cancer because he smoked. My grandmother had a stroke at the age of around probably 40. So I have this oral history that I generally know, or at least have some idea, but I don't really have a family medical tree or medical family tree.
Right.
um,
And it's important because at the very least, you need to have a sense of, and let me say this. I come from a family, my parents were very, very much older, and they didn't even have the same language that we had for things. Cancer in my mother and father's time was a monolithic disease. I mean, you didn't know it was cancer of what, because by the time so many people older in your grandparents' generation, by the time they were diagnosed, it was metastatic. And by then, it's an academic exercise. Well, was it throat cancer or colon cancer? Who knew? So sometimes, you're going to get to a point where you realize that that's as far as I can go. So I say, if you can at least get the information from your parents, from their siblings, and your immediate family. And if you can go back farther than that, great. And even if you don't know the specifics, you do have an idea who died young. Was it sudden? Was it after a long, protracted illness? And it allows you to make certain inferences about what may have been the case. But common things like high blood pressure, diabetes, who was on dialysis, who was, in a nursing home for 20 years, important data points. Because the one thing that I want people to know is that just because you have a family history of something does not mean that that is your destiny. And I say this a lot, genetics is not destiny. Your family history gives you sort of an idea of what you may be susceptible to, not necessarily what you are going to have. So don't accept because everybody in your family or generations have had diabetes or strokes, that that's your reality. No, that means that that gives you an opportunity to alter behaviors, to change lifestyle in a way that will help you avoid those things. So that's why it's important to know it, not just for, oh my God, this is gloom and doom. No, this is a huge opportunity for you to do better.